So welcome to FMS Capital. Uh, Date of decoding this is on 3rd February 2025. And happy new month to all traders. Yeah, so we'll start today. I just want to do a video journal on DXY, dollar index. And if you're a fan of my videos and you have been listening, you'll probably understand that I've been calling for some shorts on dollar. For the most part, that I think this 2025 will be a great year for dollar being weak, and also that is in conjunction with also what if people try to understand about interest rates. Currently, the Fed are not in that position to probably hike any interest rates. All they can do is probably just pause or cut interest rates, and that's why I think this season of 2025 will be a very interesting week, year, and because it will be, I think it will be a rate cycle of cuts across many countries. But for the most part, I like to start with COT, and I'd like to show you how I look at commercials and basically the three individuals, players. These are commercials, non-commercials, and us now retailers. Um, So, but for the most part, it depends on the market that you are looking at. Um, like for this on currency, I like to look at non-commercials. So commercials set trends. Um, for example, you can look like somewhere around last year Q3. There was a very major trend of non-commercial set, whereby if this is the biggest position they had, and for the most part, they kept increasing their positions on net long, but their biggest position was at this point. So I like looking at how they are setting up. So it just gives me a fundamental sentiment. And also here are the blue guys. These are retailers. Now us. And for the most part, I always keep repeating most retailers are very wrong, but inside here, they are also smart non-commercials. Basically, with whatever I look at this chart, I like to look at sentiments of how retailers are extremely. For the most part, retailers you can look from since then. Some sort they were also bullish on dollar. So when they are this extreme spire, like 3 months to 4 months, I also associate them with sentiments that could reverse on them. So that's what I've been looking at for it. So I think also those opportunities this week have been panning out. No, actually from January, mid-January has been panning out. And let me wrap this. So currently, when I'm looking at COT, the green line are asset managers, specifically on the non-commercials. And this is the overall non-commercial index. So when I'm looking at this last week, the non-commercials asset managers have decreased their, or rather their net short, they have increased their net shorts. Especially this is after a very long rally. And if I look to the left, prior, they're at the extremes of, I think this is whatever, 1 year or 2 years of them being there at that level again. So what I'm thinking for is that they might set up a trend, the downside, and this gives me just a fundamental sentiment that dollar will probably start tanking. So when I look at this, then I associate them with sentiments on looking for, now on my technicals, I look for probably for this now because it's dollar index itself. So I'll be looking for premium arrays to use for selling on that sentiment. Yeah, so basically that is it. We'll go to the charts and look at dollar. So even today's week, today was a day where we had a very big gap. It's been long since we had gaps whereby uh, bigger gaps, and I think this is because of now Trump being in office. So I always do believe this year could be a very very good opportunity for us to capitalize on. And so currently, as you remember the sentiments that I was speaking at, so on my technicals I have some PDRAs. And for this video, because I like looking at for short-term trading, probably from the weekly, daily. So today I've opted now. Let's look for monthly. So we could probably frame that bias. So what I'm looking for on this PDRA, I have a PDRA here. This is a BC, sorry, a CB. This is a CB. And for these purposes, I'm looking for probably now shorts, maybe long term, um, at least to cover this range, this high and this low and this high. And what I'm thinking also, the main attraction could be this BC that is here. So that's what I'm thinking for. And remember, as much as we are closing, I don't want to see bodies closing above this CB. So at least even if this is the monthly open that we have having for this month of February. So I'm thinking our power three could resolve for us to tank back inside um, this CB and now potentially also look for this area to get attracted to. For that, we'll go to weekly just to see if you can get a combination. Same thing. So I'll drop to daily so we can focus on daily a little bit. And also we can throw in a short-term trade that we are looking for this week. Because I'm anticipating a potential fill of this. This is a BC. No, this is actually a volume imbalance, a real volume imbalance, as Michael talks about. So I'm thinking of it coming to fill this. In conjunction, as you can see, I have a PDRA. This is a buy side that we've tapped in this Monday. And I can see a lot of PDRAs I could be using here. So for those who are using, I could still mark this inversion fair value gap there. Also remember, also for those who are using supply and demand, they could probably categorize this whole block as supply for them to have a short-term sell. That's why I always say technicals depend. Doesn't matter what technicals you use, but I think the most overall opportunity is you understanding what the fundamental sentiments are saying. Yeah, so we'll remove it. So I have that buy side. So I have this buy side. So I'm looking for us to potentially fill this area. Getting completely filled may be could be at play. As much as we always say can fill 50%. But I'm thinking for this could be at play because of what non-commercials are doing. And especially because we're at the high of this is a monthly CB. So we're at the high of it. So I'm thinking this could be a very good move for us to capitalize on. If you never got an entry, I'm not sure it is gonna give you another entry, but we'll see because on GU, I already have an entry on it. So I'm looking for us to potentially buy and fill its gap. Yes, we'll drop to lower time frame. So the lower time frame is, this is the 4 hour. So it's pretty much simple also on the 4 hour. For anyone who's looking for buyers, we are looking at that. 4 hour gave a very good confirmation. And so after this candle, you should have set your limits, your sell limits for them to be picked. So that's the potential actually around what I'm looking for this week. But overall still with sales on dollar. And currently this week we have NFP. So most of my setups will pan out between Monday and Wednesday. Then give a rest and wait for NFP release if there'll be an opportunity. But majorly all the weeks that I've seen, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are big potential days for movers. Before now, Thursday becomes a little bit hectic for people who probably are trying to day trade. So we'll go quickly to GU, so you can see what I have. So we'll drop to monthly. So now you guys look at how the monthly candle closed on GBPUSD. And remember also, if you combine the sentiments on dollar, what it's supposed to do, this actually, it's kind of giving you a very good confirmation that prices might hold on. And probably now will set in a very good bias to the upside. So what first stop do I think will be the opportunity for me? I'm thinking because if I use the previous 2025 open where market was, so I'm thinking that could be a very fast point area for us to target. Also, if you use our dealing range somewhere near there, so 50% of this area is a very good area for us to target before now we enter premium areas. And if we drop to a lower time frame, so we'll drop to, let's go to weekly. So on the weekly, if you have not checked my GBP USD last video, I talked about us how we were using a sell scenario for us to come and get attracted to this inversion fair value gap that was there. So sorry, I'll alternate that. So there was an inversion fair value gap that I was looking at on the weekly as our attraction at that point. So now currently what I'm thinking for is probably just buys. First target probably at least for us to fill this area as our short-term one. But overall what I'm thinking for is continuation of buys to the upside. We'll drop to a lower time frame. And the confirmation that was key for me to enter. So my confirmation came with this candle. So this, as I look for targets all the way to us to fill that gap. So this was a very good confirmation, a very easy one. For a short-term trade. So I'm thinking this could pan out between today and tomorrow. And as you treat a gap, also be potential aware that price can react at the low or the high or 50%. So as we go on, I'll managing my trades. Obviously, if you get at 50%, I would probably want to take some of my positions out. Also, interestingly, for those who like to look at SMT, you'll notice one thing is if you look for SMT for correlating pairs, so for example, we'll go to Audi USD, so you can see how on the daily has taken out January's low. So that's a very good opportunity for, so this low has been taken out. And if you look closely to GU even is way far away from, very far away from January's low. So because here is January's low, so it's way far away. So this is a potential combination of an SMT. Yeah, so I think that is the overall view of what I'm looking for. And I wish you a happy new month and a peaceful month and a blessed week.